Wholeness, beautiful beings, welcome to Notes of Nara. My name is Naja Rashida. So, if you have not noticed, I have not posted anything for this week, and that is intentional. I have decided to make some changes for this channel. So, if you've followed my my channel long enough, you will be aware of some of my commentary on the digital age and whatnot, and how that's affecting society and our culture and how we engage with each other, our communication skills, our ability to write, our ability to create authentic and organic ideas and visions, and just inspire each other in different ways. And although technology has assisted us in a plethora of different ways, through different modalities, it's also causing, I find, some foundational shifts. And I see this with our younger people. Generation X, boomers, millennials, we have slowly adapted to the change, okay, over 20 years ago. But what I'm seeing from our very young minds, because the youngest I have taught is, I believe, 9 and 10-year-olds, up to high school. And now I teach middle school, and I will say this. Oh, I'm in a very public place, by the way. I will say this. It's something we have, as a mass, as part of the masses, if you will, the general public, we don't really necessarily know the depth of what we're getting into with the digital usage. So, with that being said, I just wanted to reiterate my personal points and beliefs on the digital age. Therefore, I'm shortening my uploads to once a week, the day of Saturn. That is where the word Saturday comes from. All the days of the week come from the name of the planets. If you don't know, look it up, okay? Because the planets in ancient times were worshipped as gods, okay? So, anywho, that's a little esoterica for you. Things just don't come out of nowhere. We don't use names just because they literally have a root. They come from something. They have an origin, if you will. So, what is to become of my channel? Those of you who are inquisitive enough about my digital presence, I also have Naja Rashida music, or I think it's Notes of Nara music, on my other channel, which I have old publishings of some of my music. Now, is it state of the art? No. Did anyone help me record it? No. It was a project that I started back in 2021 during the pandemic, excuse me. Anywho, during the shutdown, and I used that time to just really explore and put my music out there. Now, given that we are in the digital age, and within the past, I would say 2 to 3 years, they've been really taking off with the artificial intelligence, to the point where people, artists like myself, your work, our work, is being compromised and resold and shared and digitized, to the point where you as an artist are devalued. Okay, and so with that being said, I have to find a unique way to make sure that I protect what I create, because I have no idea someone could have used most of my creations, even though it's an incredibly small channel. Okay, very, very small subscribers doesn't mean you don't have people or software out there that can yank your stuff and turn it into something else, and then they make a killing off of it. I have to think, strategically and economically about what I create, because I respect myself as an artist. So, with that, what is to become of these two channels? I am thinking I'm just going to consolidate the both of them. So I'm going to see if I can republish some of my art, meaning my music, or art music, up on this platform. And yeah, and I would like to just explore and share some of my art, live music, if you will. That's my preference. But with all that being said, I see, and I'm not one to imitate what other people are doing, but I also love the fact that some of the musicians I see on the YouTube platform, they make use of their platform by sharing their music live. So what they'll do is they'll sit for about 40 minutes and they just play. They play their instrument, they sing, or they do their thing, and they upload it. People like it because it's them. It's not a robotic digitized version of them playing an instrument. It's them. It's their organic self. How long would that last? I do not know. But I just want to put less emphasis on my digital presence and more emphasis on my on the real world, real time, what's happening right in front of me. And I want to put more time into mastering my instruments and mastering my art, mastering my craft, and focusing on many other things that are taking place in my life. I just feel this huge pull to go back to the basics, be practical, be minimal, and it's all about self-mastery for me. And I love sharing, my insights and ideas and wisdom, if you can call it that, with you all. I really appreciate the support and your commentary. If, subscriptions go down or subscribers go down, so be it, because guess what? It's not real. It's not real. What makes something real? That's a good question. We have our nervous system, we have our senses in place to tell us, we have genetic programming to tell us how to interpret our external reality. But then what is the color of consciousness? What is the color of our mind if we have never seen the color of our own brain? I know it sounds ridiculous and it sounds out there, but really and truly, what is the color of our mind? We can actually say, you have doctors and people who study medicine and the human cadaver, and they open up the skull and voila, there's a pink organ, a substance, right? Brain matter. But what is the color of our mind? So anywho, I want to focus more on my organic life and less on the digital one. And, that to me is crucial and critical. And so why not on the day of Saturn? And I'll probably post before a Saturday anyway, but just once a week, because I need the time to just relax and not feel the pressure and kind of monitor what I'm consuming, what I'm creating, my music, my artwork, really going in deeper with that rather than just sitting and talking and uploading and watching the numbers. And I'm not that obsessed about it. Truly, I'm not. It could go down all the way to 0. Who cares? Where we place our faith is most important. And if you're putting more faith into someone else's words than your own inner reality, you got some things you need to work on. We often will externalize seeking and hoping and wishing to connect with something outside of ourselves because we tend to run away from what we're too scared to face, which is ourself. So with that, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. I am getting closer to 1,000 subscribers, but I don't know. Half of y'all could be human, half of y'all could be bots. I have no clue. Honest to God, it could be you guys, why do I say that? Because when I go in and I check and I go and I see commentary, I see that there's like a note or a log of who's responded to some of my uploads. It's really weird. I'll click on a particular comment, and before I can even put my own thoughts there, the AI software puts an answer right there. All I have to do is click it. So every time, if I choose to engage, the response that you would get from me to your comment would be an AI response. It wouldn't even be my own voice, my own words. It's automatic now. It's almost like if somebody texted you and you don't even have to respond. You just, there's like a little list there. You click on the best one that fits and you send it. I went into the Apple store today because, yes, I splurged. I got things that I needed because health is wealth. And, I'm going to start running again. I like to run endurance running, like long distance. And I'm starting tomorrow. It's different when you're 36 compared to when you're 26 or, 20. So I'm starting slow tomorrow. I'm excited. It's still cold as hell, so I'm like, I'll figure it out, right? It's not a big deal. But I went to the Apple store because my phone, you guys, I have an iPhone 6s. I go in there, and I say, hey, my phone's old. She goes, how old? And I said, it's the iPhone 6s. And her eyes, I don't even think she's probably younger than my phone. Like, I got it in 2019. So it was one of those like old knockoff, like I got from like when I had Virgin Mobile, and I got it off their website. Anywho, but she was showing me the AI, like the digital software stuff, guys. You know the QR code that they would always have us scan over? You don't even need that anymore. You can take your phone, hover it over a poster. Let's say the poster says, hey, come to this event. Check it out. You can take your phone, hover over the poster, and it downloads the whole thing. You can put that information automatically into your calendar. Yet our kids don't know how to write. They don't know how to write a complete sentence. They don't know how to use a dictionary. They have trouble going online looking up credible sources to write a paper. What? They use their digital devices, their iPads, but they don't know how to type. What? Excuse me, but yes, I am having a mini existential crisis right now with my career, because I'm just flabbergasted. I feel like at times I'm just a gear that's part of a bigger machine, pumping out these kids for the setup, for the path that's already established for them. And all this is done intentionally. Wow. So that's where I'm at. Every Saturday, once a week, I will post a video. You're welcome to visit Digital Space, and it'll be a mixture of things. I want to have an air of mystery about me, but at the same time, art speaks in a different way than words, than ideas, than me just speaking from my mouth. An image can hit you, sound, especially music. And so in prayer and meditation, I'll ask what direction that I should take this platform, or if I should even continue. I'm a firm believer in consistency. I'm a firm believer in persistence. And so, what is my goal with this? And I'm like, is there even a goal? I gotta go home. I've been literally shopping for the past several hours. I needed a new pair of running shoes. I got health food stuff. And for the life of me, I live in the Midwest, so I think there was an El Nino Am I sure? Because winter has been lingering, my guy. It has been lingering. And I'm flexible. I don't mind winter. Winter isn't bad. If you know how to dress, you'll be good. If you don't know how to dress and you wear a lot of fake synthetic crap, right? Plastic. If you wear plastic, because that's what it is. If you wear plastic clothes, yeah, you're always going to feel miserable. It's always going to be cold. If you're wearing natural fibers, wool, linen, cotton, yes, it's a bit more expensive. I just had to pass up on a hoodie that was 80. It was only 80% cotton and 20% polyester, and my eye was twitching. I'm like, either go big or go home. I'd rather invest in 100% cotton and spend good money on it than freaking $70 on 80% cotton and 20% plastic. You know what I'm saying? I'm at that age. A majority of my clothes are cotton. I'm a naturalista, okay? And no, I'm not saying like hippie with the armpit hair. I'm not taking it there, okay? I'm just saying, I just try to be as organic and natural as possible. So anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that I don't know how I can fit into this world the way I want to with all that's going on. Both me and my really good friend from college, we don't see each other often because we both have very full lives. But when we do see each other, it's very meaningful, and I really love her. Very good woman. She's just a good woman. And I'm so proud of her. She's a doctor, and we went to college together. And we met when we were 18 years old, so a while. But we were both kind of having an existential discussion on our lives and what's happening. And she's also a woman of color. She's Middle Eastern, and we come from very similar cultural upbringing. We're Muslim, and she's Arab, and so we get each other with very similar views on a lot. Anywho, but it was so nice sharing where I'm at with somebody who could get it, it was back, it was when we were 18 and we both vibed with each other in that moment. We met at a graffiti party where you meet all the upperclassmen. But yeah, she's probably one of my only very few friends and in my life, and I cherish her. There's one other person too in my life, and I cherish him. I don't have many friends, and that's okay, because as I get older, it's all about quality and not quantity. And I truly adore her, and I truly adore the people that are near but far, far but near in my life. So but yeah, that's what I'm planning to do with the channel for right now, as far as having a set schedule moving forward, because it's there are things. It'll be a very interesting journey. Just join me on the journey. Just join me on the digital journey, because you guys, 5 years from now, I might be somewhere deep in the boonies. I might be somewhere in Scotland because I want to take a trip there eventually sometime. I love Celtic culture. I swear to God. I really do. I'm such a nerd. I love the culture. I love the music. I love the Gaelic. I love the language. Truly, 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 truly. I do. I love the how the land looks. I mean, and there are places in the U.S. that look like that. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Tennessee, if you go to Virginia, or even Wisconsin, where there's rolling hills and just fog, and I want to go by the seashore or the cliffs. Oh my God. But yeah, be open. I'll be open with you to a certain extent because I'm not telling y'all my life. I'll tell y'all enough, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Or maybe not at all. Maybe I just disappear and fade into the digital nowhere, you know, and just take all of my postings down. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I have a lot of conspiracy theories regarding AI and the digital platforms. I really do. I think it's not really for the benefit of humanity. Anything that's for free ain't really for free. There's a cost, there's a price. And the grandfather of the internet, I think he helped create Google. His name was Jaden or something. He has long dreadlocks and he's a musician, world musician, but he's also a genius, and he goes around telling the whole world how internet is a horrible thing and we have no clue, you know, that how nefarious and dark it is. And I think it's Jaden or Great something with a J. I'll have to share that with you when I get a chance. But all right, it's 20 minutes. I gotta go home and relax, meditate. I spent some moolah. I really did. But it's good because it's for my health. Running and, you know, I'm all about brain health too. So I got, I'll show you, omega-3. I got some kava for resting, toothpaste. Y'all better stock up. Those tariffs are coming. The tariffs are coming. The tariffs are coming. It's going to be crazy. All right. Let me go home. All right. See you next Saturday. Bye.